I would like to now invite Esti Peshin, the VP General Manager, Cyber Division of AI ELTA System, who will offer her unique insights on the future of cybersecurity. Esti, the floor is yours. Take it away.
Thank you very much, Naomi. Thank you, Amira, for your excellent introduction as well. Thank you, Avital. I'm happy to speak from Ashdod in the south of Israel. Warm regards to everyone. I'm going to share a presentation now. Let's hope that the technology will work well. Yep, here we are. Avital, Naomi, can you see my screen well?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. So, thank you for the floor. I'm going to speak a little bit about the future of cybersecurity. Now, first and foremost, I'm going to share with you the most important message. I'm not going to test you about this message at the end, but please do keep this in mind as I speak throughout the presentation, throughout the next 10 minutes. When we are talking about national-grade cyber challenges, we need national-grade cyber solutions. These solutions comprise, first and foremost, of state-of-the-art technology, and this is why we are all here, but also of proven operational methodology on how to use the technology effectively. Constant innovation is key because the cyber domain is moving forward in a very, very rapid pace. The technologies are moving forward in a very rapid pace as well, so we need to keep up. Collaboration is crucial. We need to cooperate both on a national and an international level. And finally, we need capacity buildup. This essentially means building our cyber force. This is the essence of what we do in IAI in terms of our cyber solutions. Now, when we talk about the future, well, predicting the future is always a very, very risky business. And you can see here 6 foolish tech predictions that my chief strategy officer picked out for me. My favorite one is the first one in 1943, where someone basically predicted that there is a world market for maybe 5 computers. So I'm going to dwell in a little bit of future predicting, but please keep in mind that everything I say may be subject to change. We never can really predict the future. So what are we looking at when we are looking at the future of cyber? First and foremost, artificial intelligence. I'm going to elaborate about this a bit in a couple of slides. Artificial intelligence is here. It's now. It's basically governing the way we are doing business, the way we are conducting ourselves in our personal lives, and it's going to be extremely more prominent in our lives as we move forward. 5G, 5th generation cellular networks are already here. They are already being deployed, and they enable significantly more bandwidth, and they enable significantly more decision-making within these networks. IoT, the Internet of Things, again, is here. It's going to be significantly more prominent in our lives. Predictive analytics basically means that our computers are going to try and predict for us solutions. They're going to try and look at trends and allow us to understand if these trends are going to culminate in a certain event. These are extremely important for detecting, for example, cyber attacks, but also for decision-making in enterprises, in governments, in critical infrastructures. The cloud is here. We are all using the cloud. Most of us are not using our desktop a lot anymore. We are using thin clients that are connected to the cloud. And finally, cyber attacks are also becoming more and more sophisticated. We are seeing more and more ransomware attacks, remote access attacks, phishing attacks. The coronavirus era has brought many of those to our doorstep, and they're constantly increasing. So there's an arms race going on, and I'll speak about it a bit in a moment. So there are a lot of opportunities within these new technologies, but there are a lot of challenges, and the challenges mostly pertain to cybersecurity, to the ability to secure our networks, to secure our lives, to ensure that we're operating within a safe and secure environment in spite of the technological advance. So the aggressors, the bad guys, are moving ahead very, very rapidly. You can see some very interesting statistics on the slide. You can see the number of total malware infection every year growing practically exponentially. We can see the IoT attack volume, again, growing exponentially throughout 2018. And I could have shared with you many, many more statistics showing how far ahead of us are the aggressors. The bad guys are using the future technologies faster than the defenders. Let's talk a little bit about 5G. So 5G is basically the backbone of, I would say, the future internet, the future IoT environment. It's faster than 4G. It allows for higher bandwidth. It allows for lower latency. It requires less energy. It's more reliable, and it supports more devices. So we are all going to use 5G. But 5G comes with a price. It doesn't have centralized security. 5G allows things to talk to things. For example, cars to talk to cars. This is why it's considered an enabler of autonomous vehicle technology. It allows refrigerators to talk to refrigerators. Again, an enabler of IoT in a more pronounced manner. But it doesn't have centralized security. This means that we need to protect each and everything. We believe that the 5G bandwidth will probably overload current security tools. So we need to change the paradigm of how we perform security within a 5G network. And by the way, for all those entrepreneurs amongst you, this is a huge opportunity. We are looking for these types of solutions, maybe in the next cohort of Starburst. Now, IoT devices are stupid devices in a sense. They do not have built-in security. Again, this will require a paradigm change because IoT devices in a 5G network are becoming extremely more pronounced. In many 5G networks, there is no encryption. And 5G networks that now incorporate smarter devices that can talk to other devices can be a basis for massive botnet attacks. We have seen some results of botnet attacks in the past. Now, the networks can be used for more massive botnet attacks. So again, a huge concern for the security professionals amongst us. Let's talk a little bit about artificial intelligence and predictive analytics. So this is a slide I really, really like. It's the source is the Boston Consulting Group, and it basically shows that artificial intelligence is a two-edged sword. On one hand, artificial intelligence is used today in sophisticated cyber attacks. The attackers are using artificial intelligence in order for their attacks, their cyber attacks, to evolve based on how the network is seen, how the network operates. So this is what we can refer to as weaponized artificial intelligence. On the other side, artificial intelligence today is used as a tool to detect cyber attacks, to predict cyber attacks, and once a cyber attack has happened, and they do happen, to be able to mitigate the results of the cyber attack through effective incident response. There are actually tools for incident response that are based on artificial intelligence. I'm happy to see that there is a host of companies today that are utilizing artificial intelligence within their security solutions. This is a slide by CB Insights, and it shows the artificial intelligence cybersecurity ecosystem as of today, but I'm sure we will see many, many more companies in this area as the future emerges, and I'm hoping to see some of these companies within the next cohort of Starburst and AI. So when we are talking about the next generation of cybersecurity, we're talking about an ecosystem approach. And this basically incorporates four crucial elements. Number one, trusted partners. Trust is key. Technologies for ensuring trust, enabling trust, measuring the level of trust are going to be extremely important in the novel cyber ecosystem. We need resources and adaptation, new methodologies, in order to be able to effectively utilize the modern technologies, to harness these technologies for the defender side, and to mitigate the potential implication of these technologies on the attacker side. Collaboration is king. This is why I'm so happy that I was invited to speak before you today, because we need to spread the word. We need to share our capabilities. We need to share our information about attacks, about how we perceive the future, how we perceive cyber defense. And finally, our ecosystem must be robust and resilient. We need to come to the understanding that cyber attacks will happen. So our environment must take this into account and be robust and resilient enough to withstand these attacks, even though we would like to mitigate them, we will not be able to mitigate all of them. So Dr. Amira Sharon mentioned a few words about IAI. We are definitely one of the leading innovation houses in Israel. We are also one of the leading collaboration houses in Israel. We are proud to lead two Israeli cyber consortium, the Israeli Cyber Companies Consortium, that incorporates today 13 companies and allows to provide our end users with end-to-end national level cyber solutions, and the Israeli Aviation Cyber Companies Consortium, today comprising of 8 companies, again allowing to deliver to the commercial aviation ecosystem end-to-end cyber solutions. We would be more than happy to see more companies join these consortiums. Feel free to reach out to the team here if you believe that your solution can complement our consortium. Finally, the takeaway. Okay, so looking at the cyber future, there's an arms race going on. The bad guys are harnessing the technologies in their favor. The good guys are harnessing their technologies in their favor. And what we need is a proper and balanced policy and strategy that in order to improve the equation between the challenges, not to say the threats, and opportunities incorporated within these technologies. With these, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very healthy and happy day. Thank you very much, Naomi and team, for allowing me this important opportunity to speak to all of you.